Okay. Let me just check. Seems to be okay. All right. Looks like it's moving. I think for the last 10 minutes, I've been like, I don't check the monitor that often because it usually just works. That's funny. Right. Okay. So where was I? Oh yeah, I was just trying to understand. Trying to find WL surface and commit. Okay, there is a commit method. I will come back to that in a bit. Go back to XDG shell surface. The client must call WL surface.commit on the corresponding WL surface for the XDG surface to take effect. Okay. Surface state to take effect. Creating an XDG surface from a WL surface which has a buffer attached. Creating an XDG surface from a WL surface which has a buffer attached or committed is a client error. Oh, okay. So you go to commit it first and then you can attach a buffer. Let me just read that again. Creating an XDG surface from a WL surface. Oh, okay. If you want to create like further surfaces from that surface. Hey, Gabriel, compute. Almost getting there. Well, I don't know. I thought I would get it yesterday, but it seems like this is the last method to call to get a window. Hopefully. Creating a surface from a WL surface which has a buffer attached or committed is a client error. Okay, we'll get to that later. And any attempts by a client to attach or manipulate a buffer prior to the first... Oh, right, okay, I should have just read the second part. And any attempts by a client to attach or manipulate a buffer prior to the XDG surface.configure call must also be treated as errors. Okay, so you got to call configure before you can do anything. Well, I think they're two different things, but they're all status. After creating a role-specific object and setting it up, example, sending the title, app ID. Okay, I think Gabriel, today could be the window. Because I see something that resembles a window here. Role specifying object and setting it up. Example, sending title, app ID, size, constraints, parent, etc. The client must perform an initial commit without any buffer attached. Okay. Right. The compositor will reply with an initial WL surface state, such as WL surface the preferred buffer scale, followed by an XDG surface configured event. The client must acknowledge it and is then allowed to attach a buffer to map the surface. Okay. I don't remember seeing these events. Buffer scale. Okay. Mapping in an XDG surface role, XDG surface based role surface. Mapping an XDG surface based role surface is defined by making it possible for the surface to be shown by the compositor. Note that a map surface is not guaranteed to be visible once it is mapped. So I don't know, it could be not today. For an XTG surface to be mapped by the compositor, the following conditions must be met. Client has an assigned XTG surface base role. The client has set and committed the XTG surface state and the role dependent state on the surface. The client has committed the buffer to the surface. All right, so this is like the to-do list. Where was I? I think here sounds good. Oh yeah, still haven't. I don't think we need this or that or that. A newly unwrapped surface is considered to have unmapped surface is considered to have met condition 1 out of the 3 required conditions for mapping a surface if its role has not been destroyed, i.e. the client must perform it's a lot of information. I don't remember half of it, but I think the first thing to do is get a top level and then call commit, sort of. So we need to bind top level first, is my guess. Or do we need to bind anymore? Because we've already, oh no, we do, right? Because we haven't bound XTG surface yet. Oh no, we have here. Oh no, that's the base. Let me just print the interface again. Debug the print. And just need the interface. G dot interface. What's it called again? XDG surface. XDG surface. I don't see XDG surface here. I do see WM base. Activation. ZXDG. So I guess it doesn't need to be bound. I think because we did bind okay, maybe we don't need to bind it. So I need XTG top level and it needs a new ID. But as far as I remember, using new ID don't work if you don't bind them. 14 need get top level. It only needs new ID. Question is, how does it know which surface it belongs to? This creates an XTG top level object for the given XTG surface and gives it the associated WL surface, the XTG top level role. Okay. What's this? Object ID is the, oh no, but I do need the surface ID. Okay. But then in the header, would it be XTG WM base? Not sure what the opcode will be. One. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. Because we already got an XTG surface. Okay. Need XTG surface ID. Surface ID. This would be new ID. Oh no, we already have it. MS bytes, the rest seems fine. Okay. What gives us a new ID? Oh, we need a new ID. Yep. And for XDG surface top level ID. We'll just call it top level ID for now. I do need a better way to do this. Because I have to check all the null values. Oh, I could just do it here. Can I? Oh yeah, I can just do it here. Try get top level socket XDG surface ID. And then what did I call it? Top level ID. New ID. This doesn't sound right. Top level surface ID. Okay. I don't think that's gonna do much, is it? We'll just run it, see what happens. XTG surface ID. Oh yeah. It is null. It's no longer null. Same for XTG surface. Okay, I mean, I don't know if that's a problem. I don't see a window, so we do need to commit. Client has assigned an XTG role to the surface. Yes. Client has set and committed the XTG surface state and the role dependent state to the surface. So we need to let the surface know that there is some commitment. That's it. We don't need to attach buffers. Is double buffer protocol request modify the pending state as opposed to active state. By the compositor, a commit request automatically creates a content update from the pending state, even if the pending state has not been touched. The content update is placed in the queue and becomes active. Okay, I'll just commit it. Get tab level. I mean, I do need a better way. I need to abstract these methods out, but later. Commit surface. So this would take surface ID. Don't need that. Object ID will be that. Request. Oh, it only has the header now. Oh no, I need the opcode as well. Commit is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, seems a bit of an overkill. It's fine. At least we'll make the abstraction easier later. It doesn't need an ID. So I guess I can just call try commit the socket surface ID. What did I call it? Commit surface. Okay, will that give us a window? No, I don't see it. Okay, but there's a third thing to do. Climb has committed a buffer to the surface. Is that even necessary to see the window? Oh, hang on. There was something else to do that I forgot. There was some events. Blah, blah, blah. In order to map surface given. Okay, the compositor will reply with initial WL surface state, such as followed by that. The client must acknowledge it and then allow to attach a buffer to map the surface. Okay, so before you can attach a buffer, you need to handle compositor event. What is the compositor ID? I don't think it's the same. Where do I get compositor ID? To see the window, you need more work. I only get the icon in the taskbar at this point. I don't think I have a taskbar, so I don't even get that. compositor ID. Where do I oh yeah, right here. Is here header.object ID. I do want to change this because this is just wrong. Const this, I think display ID is the only one we know of. One, and then I think maybe even registry. Registry ID is 2. Yeah, it does say you need to attach a buffer to map the surface. But before you can attach a buffer, you need to acknowledge some events, is what I understand. I think this I can get rid of. What is this? It says here, the compositor will reply with initial WL surface dates such as WL surface preferred buffer scale, followed by XDG surface configure event. So I'm guessing this is for the title bar, because I did read it somewhere here. And this is how we want to scale the buffer. And this will come from the compositor. So can I just can I rename this to that's fine. I should just stop mucking about. Okay, let me get, don't know if I can do this. WL compositor dot new ID. It's compositor ID. Standard debug print. This would be in no. This is in the wrong place. Yeah. It should be here. Yeah. What's this now? Oh, it's still in the wrong place. What about now? Standard debug.print. What do I have? Let me see if I get anything. Compositor event. Switch prong values must be comp time known. Apparently not. I think. I guess I could just catch it in the else. Is there a way to know it at comp time? Registry is 2. It's kind of, I mean, it's always going to be 3. Okay, I think I'll just make it a bit easier. Const hey rusty string stuck in a meeting work where they had debugging some NAT issues. Somehow ended up here. Okay. Compositor ID. This will be 3. And then what was the last one? I can't remember. Was it surface? What do you bind? Compositor and, well, that's the last one's fine. Is it fine? Yeah, it's fine. I think for now, I just want to see if it's working. So where is here? No, here. Compositor ID. Did I print something? Yeah. I don't think anything has happened. Yeah, there's nothing before. Am I in the right switch statement? Yep. Actually, I do think I need to parse this event. But it should still, I mean, I guess print something here. Role specific object and setting it up by sending the title, app ID, size constraints, parent, etc. I don't think I've done this. Sending the title, app ID, size constraints, parents, etc. Positioner, get surface. But is this inside the frame? Excuse me. After creating a role specific object and setting it up, what is this setting it up thing? Set parent size. Client must perform. Let me check the book. Wayland buffers, surfaces. Is there a top level XDG shell basics? Extension with describe semantics, application windows, top level window pop-up. With these together, you can form a tree of surfaces with the top level at the top and pop-ups for additional top levels at the leaves. Okay, a top level can have another top level or adjacent top level. Protocol also defines a positioner interface, which is used to help positioning pop-ups with limited information about things around your window. As a protocol extension is not defined in Wayland, instead you'll find it in Wayland protocols package. Probably installed. Do I even have it installed? Probably a good thing to check. I did check it. User share Wayland protocols. I think there's Wayland and then Wayland protocols. I don't have any protocols. Well, just have to assume it's there, I guess. Oh no, it is there because the registry returns it. Yep, XTGWM base. It's the only global defined. Oh, okay, that's why it returns it. And it provides requests for creating each of the other objects you need. The most basic implementation starts by handling the ping event. I still don't handle the ping event. When the compositor sends it, you should respond with a PONG request in a timely manner to hint that you haven't become deadlocked. Although the socket remains open, still open here. Another request deals with the creation of positioners, the objects mentioned earlier. I'll have details in chapter 10. Can I just see a quick example? Get XTG surface. Yeah, we've done that already. Configure. Where is this defined? Event name configure on the XTG surface. Okay, that's why. Because I think it's not on the compositor. Our surface is time known. I guess let's try. Actually, there's nothing in the else either. Because I would have seen an unhandled, maybe oh, sorry. What did it do? Yeah, I think the else would have fired at least. Now I'm not sure if I can do this way either. Can I call them one after the other? Surfaces in the domain XTG surfaces. Oh, let me check. Where's the other guy? Into events, binding interfaces, using interfaces we created. Reacting to events, ping pong. Wayland XDG surface event configure. First, I will send us a ping message and expect a ping back to ensure application is responsive and not deadlocked or frozen. Based on mine, I get these events after committing the attached buffer. Okay. So I'm considering if I should configure the window. Knowledge configure. XDG surface configure. The configure is an event. What is ACK? Okay, so this is the method to respond to configure with. Set window geometry. I guess I could do this. The window geometry of a surface is its visible bounds from the user's perspective. Client-side decorations often have visible portions like drop shadows, which we ignore for purpose of aligning. XDG surface, set window geometry. I mean, can't hurt. Get registry, bind, create surface, get XDG, commit surface. Copy, and then this would be set window geometry. Yeah. XY with height. I just need, what do I need? XDG surface ID, XDG surface ID. And the opcode is where's commit gone? Oh, okay, commit is on the surface. XDG surface ID. So and opcode is 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That, and then I need XY with height. This is U32. Y is U32. Yeah. No, there isn't. Is it an I32? No, can't be. 32. Height. 32. X is 0. Y equals 0. Width is, say, 480. And that height is 720. Does this have any events associated? This updates dynamically on every commit. Can I set it before I commit? Set Select window geometry. HDG surface ID, and I think I don't need the rest. Nothing seems to be happening. Weird. What if I do it after commit? Still nothing. Looks very suspectful. I guess I could attach a buffer and see. Isn't that the last thing on the to-do list anyways? Client has committed a buffer to the service. Okay. See, do I commit a buffer? Buffer. I'll leave this here. It's a buffer sound transforms, a buffer scale, damage buffer, WL buffer. I did see something about this pool thing. What's with the pool? A shared memory pool. Object encapsulates a piece of memory shared between the compositor and the client. Through that object, client can allocate shared memory buffer objects. All objects created through the same pool share the same underlying mapped memory. Reusing the mapped memory avoids the setup teardown overhead and is useful when interactively resizing a surface or for many small buffers. What does this need? Right, it looks very much like X11. ID, offset, width, height, stride format. Buffer pixel format. Yeah, it looks exactly like X11. So where do I pass the memory? Create buffer. The stride argument defines the number of bytes from the beginning. Pixel tries to shim format event. Full resize. Where is the actual memory? New ID WL buffer. The buffer provides the content for a WL surface. Buffers are created through factory interfaces, just that and that. Create pool from the Linux DMA buff protocol extension. Width and height. Yeah, but I'm wondering where is like the memory, you know? How do you write to that memory? Alright, let's create a shim pool. What do I need? I guess that would need binding. No. WL. Doesn't seem to be global object. You need a buffer ID. But it doesn't seem to be. Let me just double check. Compositor, some compositor. Why did it copy? Data device manager. There. WL output. Okay. I guess just create a new ID. I need shared memory pool ID. Does it need X and Y? No. The height. Width 480. It just makes it easier. So can I need the buffer attached before I can commit. Maybe. Okay. Create buffer. Create buffer. I need don't have a bound ID for it. I don't understand like how you need to bind some of the things, but you don't need to bind the rest. Why is that so? But I'm pretty sure I think you need to bind if it's consistent from okay, so you allocate your share memory buffer, then create a pool with the file descriptor of the memory, then create buffer, then attach. Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't get WL, the shim thing, in the interface. SHM. There's no such interface, which makes it a bit sus. Bind. Where do I call bind? Yeah. Yeah, because it's based on the interface name. Maybe you have a DE maybe you have a DE specific one. What is a DE? compositor, blah blah blah. Desktop environment. Let me see if there's any stop buffer. Single pixel buffer manager. There's that DMA buff thing. I see it somewhere. Just read that word. I'm not sure what it means, but buffer. Oh, this is the wrong tab. Simple buffer. Yeah. What is that? So there seems to be like a couple of options. Single pixel buffer manager. What is that? WP. Can you send a sync after get registry just to be sure? Yeah. I did say sync somewhere. After or before? Sync request our server to emit the done event to return callback object. There is no callback object though. Ask the server to emit the done event on the return WL callback object. Show all previous requests and resulting events have been handled. Yeah, okay. What does it need? What is the callback? Callback object. Clients can handle the done event to get notified when related requests is done. Because WL callbacks are created from multiple independent factory interfaces, interface is frozen to version 1. New ID WL callback. I guess I just passed it a new ID. That's my guess. What is it? WL compositor. And then should I call done here? Maybe I can call it here. Where's the display ID? Display ID. Get registry. Sync. Display ID is object ID is display ID. Opcode is 0. Then takes a new ID. Okay. Guess I can call it at any time. Try sync socket. Const sync ID equals ID dot new. I'll just keep it here for now. Sync ID, or yeah. I don't think anything happens. I do feel like, yeah, there's definitely something wrong. Either I wonder if after each of these, I need to wait for an event. Get top level. Get XTG surface. Just after registry. Get registry. Something failed. Reached unreachable code. I mean, that's good. At least something's happening. Line 142. Handle display event. Oh. What are the other events? Delete ID? Where's the XML? Must be the delete ID. And yes, let's just print it. It's not an error event. Standard debug print dot header dot up. Display event up. Display event up 1. So I'm guessing that's the delete ID. What's the first event? First event is error. The second one is delete ID. Acknowledge object ID deletion. When a client deletes an object that it had created, the server will send this event to acknowledge that it has seen the delete request. I wonder which ID. There's an arg. Deleted object ID. Callback get delete after. I think I never really create. Well, guess there's only 2 events here. One else unreachable. Create an event. Do I have another event type? I do. Call it display event for now. Buffer. There's only ID. Okay, and then args can just be ID. Delete all of this. Don't need that. Actually, it could just, don't even need that. U32. Size of U32 and return. This can be made better later. Handle display event. I expect to see 3. Oh, you mean the ID? Okay. Display event is display event of equals output dot data. Standard debug dot print deleted ID. Delete ID. ID is try display event dot parse. What did I call it? Parse event. Okay. Yeah, it was 3. Why is it 3? Oh yeah. What is the composite event? I totally missed that. Event. Okay, that's good. It's the one that I wasn't getting before. Is there any other unhandled events? Not really. That's not it because the ID changed. What do you mean? Comes before the delete ID 3. All right. So compositor. There's no events on compositor though. Where is it coming from? That is weird. WL callback done. How is this a composite event? Okay, I think I want to do something else for a bit. Can I? You have hard code. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, you're right. Because yes, that makes sense. So that's not a composite event. It's a callback event. And I'm guessing callback has one event called done. Callback data. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I want to do some like refactor or something for a bit. Because guess what could I do? I could do parse. Or I think the methods. Thing register event. Parse can definitely get refactored. What if I call function Wayland send request? We'll take socket standard POSIX dot socket t and we'll take, let's say, any type. You now use sync to know when the whole process break. Oh, you mean I can call sync multiple times? Okay. I guess refactor can wait. Sync. Yeah, it's not gonna change. Move this here. Right, and I can try sync. Get XTG surface. Top level. Let's just try it here. See what happens. Maybe nothing. What about here? Wonder if I'm not reading the event. Oh, I could try it after commit. I think that's the best place. Oh, I can't reuse the new ID. I guess in that case, I just, where is here? Just call id.new ID. Directly. Don't need that. id.new ID. The first one still works, but nothing else after. Alright, I'm tempted to call it a day here. After bind, let's leave that one there. Bind. Where do I call bind? Try that one. I think don't I need to like read an event? The reason why this feels wrong is, so I'm sending an event to the socket, right? I'm sending data to the socket. It's not bidirectional. I need to like read something back. This doesn't feel right. For some reason. Let me try. Event iterator down. Let me try here. I think this should still be within the main loop. Yeah. No, it's still nothing. Actually, the methods look a bit different. If sync before bind works, then bind is broken. I don't think there is anything else to test. Is this before bind? I think it might be. Actually, no, it's not before bind. Because that's the first response. I didn't get a buffer yet, and this not sure this is correct. I don't know what about this is wrong. Maybe there's an example in the book. Next to G-Surface chapter 10. Configuration and lifecycle. Seems like a good place to check. Previously, we created a window of fixed size, XTG shell in depth. So far, we managed to display something on screen in a top-level application, but there's more to XTG shell that we haven't fully appreciated yet. Full-breadth features includes client-server negotiation of window size, multi-window hierarchy, semantic positioning, and context menus, configuration, and lifecycle. Often have an opinion about the size of our window, should assume preferences as well. Acknowledge configure. Top level lifecycle. Interesting. Can even say which side should be tiled. Okay, there's an example here. Buffer release, client state, top level configure, close, surface configure. Get registry, WL add listener, registry listener. XTG surface add listener, right? We have this. I don't get anything there. Get top level. Add listener top level. What if I wait for Does it call commit? Where is this? Add listener here. It takes state.xtg top level. That's the ID, I'm guessing. And xtg top level listener. What is that? And then comment after. XTG top level set title. What is it called? Surface configure. Okay, I think. Well, I mean, I still have some time, but I think. I think I'm done for today. I might check someone else's implementation in the evening. Hopefully. I'm missing something. I didn't. I mean, I'm just giving up for today. I've got 10 more minutes, so it's. Okay, let's go back. See if I can see an example. The thing is, I'm not getting any feedback, so it's how can I fix that? I want to know what's going on in there. Oh yeah, I think it's a good idea. But I think even with the debugger, what would I check? Can you dump the bind message to see if you can see the interface name? Bind message. Does bind have a message? Where is bind? Bind. Am I looking? No, in the wrong place. Does it return a global event? Specified name as an identifier. Oh, you mean what I sent to the socket? Yeah, sure. New bind ID. Dump ID. Self take ID. Then slice of const. I just put it in place because I gotta pass an allocator otherwise. Standard debug.print interface is an S version. The name is the whole data, not just the param. Okay. What else do I send? Name, len, interface, version, new ID. I think that's everything that I sent. Okay, I think I can pass. What is header? The message variable. I mean, isn't this everything I sent to bind? Oh, you mean here? Debug print message. Guess that makes easier. Hang on. This is not gonna work. Debug.dump hex. I didn't know about that. Dump hex. Interesting. We'll print a new line. Debug print. Just add a new line in there. Where's actually the second bind call? Oh, there's one here. I mean, this doesn't look very right, very correct. Do you think that's the problem? So I guess you might have been right about here. The serialization is now correct. Actually, that explains a lot. It's weird that I don't get any errors. Oh, no, maybe is incorrect. Okay, I got to see how to. The thing is, I can't make this a pack struct because then, yeah, this should. So how do you pack? Zig pack. Slice of U8. Do I know the size of this thing? I guess if it's an array, can it be packed? How do I deserialize a string again? Interface is okay, it's just part of the buffer. Zig. Converting a slice to an array. Is that even possible? My guess is use something like io.writer initialized with the fixed. All right, let's check standard D. No, I guess it's the capital IO, right? IO. Writer takes a buffer. Oh no, that's the internals. Actually, I haven't used the io.writer. Writes to buffer and returns error.write failed when it's full. I mean, it returns a slice view 8. Can I just call fixed on this? It's a buffer. What does it do? Writes to a buffer and returns error I failed. It returns a writer. With that, it's a constructor of a known size buffer. Is the size known? Yeah, I think so. Might not allow this. Where's the bind interface? Bind. Can I do this? Bind id dot interface dot len. Yeah, no. I mean, it'd be nice if that worked. I need something like that. I need the size of. And then my guess is const writer would be something like io dot fixed. No, what was it called again? Writer dot fixed. Is it correct? standard dot. I mean, this won't work, but just to see what happens. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah, the interfaces are not very long. Should give a slice of, what can you do? Right. How can I get the buffer back? Interesting. It has its own consume as well. Written. I think there's the written on writer. Can I check the methods on writer? I guess this. Returns the contents not yet drained. What does it mean by draining? Consume all, default flush, default rebase. Fixed drain. Write the data. Slice, contiguate, splat. Guess buffered sort of makes sense. Turns a slice of you weight. Can I make this a slice of U8? And interface would be writer dot buffered on error. Yep. Can you do that directly? Just curious. Oh, but we don't know the end. Okay, so this is fine. Cast discards. Okay, buffer. Yeah, the interface still looks wrong. I was more thinking of writing each value in the writer. Ah, I see what you mean. You mean like write each of these to the buffer. You know what? That's tomorrow's problem. To do write buffer. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Okay, that was 20 minutes. That's not 10. I gotta go in 5. But yeah, but I think, but at least I know what's wrong. I think that's a good thing. I do like this hex dump. It's really cool. If this is the only thing I learned today, I'll take it. It makes me feel like a programmer. This is nice. Okay. Thanks, Jack, again. I'd say you should just do like a demo. Or not a demo. Yeah, like a tutorial for Wayland. Or like something. And then I just read it. And then I think I'd be able to do it. Okay. But I am actually today in the evening. I want to look up a couple of things. I've avoided the writer for a long time. I think I want to look that up. And then maybe it's fine. Nobody cares about broken English. As long as I can get a window on my server, I think. Sorry, I can get a window. I don't really care. All right. Hope you have a good one. And you too, Jack. Thank you for all your help today. And I swear, one of these days, what's today? Wednesday. I think this week we'll get the window. It's my hope. All right. Have a good one. And I'll see you back tomorrow.